care if you have to do a newsletter. And that to me has told me that a newsletter, other than the one you send out once a year that is done months and months and months ahead of time, that it's too expensive and you can't afford to do it. I think that we should have a say on where our tax money goes. We're building all these buildings, we're making money, you're getting lots of tax money, and I really believe that you need to come to us, and because you sent that survey out and asked us what we wanted. We didn't ask for warehouses, we asked for parks. We asked for agricultural land to stay where it was. I knew for a fact that I checked, I didn't want any more building. And I didn't. My husband and I moved here to retire because it was a quiet, farmland, agricultural area. And now look at it. I mean, people say, we can't even get from place to place anymore. I work for the school district, and I have to leave, like, almost a half an hour, 45 minutes to get off Locust Road some ways, because I want to make sure I'm not late for work. Because the traffic is horrendous. I have tractor trailers that almost hit my car at Locust Road every day, because even though you redid it, they still can't make the turn. I mean, it's amazing, but I just want to say the transparency, and for her to tell me it's unfeasible.
Yeah, I don't know why she would say
I will
something
share it.
like that.
I'll be more than happy to send you the email. We had 2 different conversations about it.
Yeah, if you would send that to
I
us,
will
because that should be
definitely
addressed.
Yep.
But thank you for your comments.
A little less. Mary Ann Albright, 775 Green Springs Road, York, Pennsylvania, 17406. I too would like to reiterate that I worked the polls yesterday, almost all day, and the people in Mill Creek had no idea what's going to happen to them, and that's a shame. They're like older people. They're like, am I going to sell? I should have sold. Why didn't I sell? So just so you know what that feedback is getting. So also for Savvy Citizen, you had the meeting as well as yesterday, and it's today. So I'm not really impressed with am I right?
Yep.
Was it just yesterday? So Savvy Citizen, we really need to, this is the transparency that we're talking about. Like maybe you would have more people if we get it accurate. The other thing, websites, I don't believe in recreating the wheel. East Manchester, maybe we could contact them, see who they use for their website, a little bit more user friendly. Like I said, high school students, do they do senior projects anymore? I'm thinking, hey, somebody could pick up that ball. That's why I'm saying use your volunteers. Make sure you put them in key positions. You know people. I have met a lot of intelligent people yesterday. Outstanding citizens in your community. Use them. Shouldn't be that I have to dig for stuff. It should really use your assets. We're here to be used. Plus,
Yeah, as Shannon said, let her know what you're interested in seeing, and we do have an IT guy, and he can set that up for us real easy.
Okay.
So, thank you for your comments.
The same web developer as East Manchester, double dog. Yeah, because I went around when we were looking at getting a new website, and I went to like Manchester Township, Dover, East Manchester, and a lot of them were using double dog communications, who I went with. But yes, I hear your concerns, and I will look into it. But
I'm
do you
just
have
saying, you
anything
don't have to
specific?
reinvent the wheel. I'm
Yeah.
just saying, can we just copy and like try to work that?
Is there something specific that you're having trouble finding?
We
or-
had problems, yeah. I hate to say that, but yeah, we were looking at ordinances, trying to,
Okay.
dig out, because all these overlays, my son was reading them, and he didn't see where this applied to that applied, and, the fair share doctrine, he didn't see where that applied, he felt that was more residential, so, that's just where I'm trying to dig out.
Okay, so a lot of the ordinances and whatnot.
Yeah.
Okay,
That's part
and I think they'll be digitizing, yeah.
Do we have
No.
anybody in the, audience right now that's good at IT? Or-
Come on.
I'm sorry. I do have one more question. If all voting members of the board are required to do financial disclosures to ensure that there is no conflict of interest, and then who reviews that? We just wanna, I want to, wasn't my question. So my question is, financial disclosures, making sure there's not conflict of interest, and then like budgets, are we allowed to review those? How does that work? Do I have to put in a right to know?
Nope, so we have budget meetings every October, so they did just pass, but if you would like to take a look at the budget, again, just email me, I'll be able to send that over.
And
But,
What do you mean showing on, the website is being canceled?
so there's 3 of them, and the first one was canceled, because Brian was having surgery, and then the second one happened, we usually finish it in one meeting.
I'm not sure it was ever published on the website then, because I looked at the budget meeting and it said canceled.
Okay, well,
There's 3
what we
dates
do-
listed.
what we do at the beginning of the year, we advertise all our meetings at one
In the
time
newspaper.
in the newspaper.
Yes.
Well, we advertise it, and that's our requirement, we have to advertise at one time. So we do all the meetings, all our planning, zoning, board supervisors. And then we also do the budget meetings. So if we would advertise it separately, like in October, it's gonna cost us a lot more money for the advertising. So we're required to do it one time, and it's always available. And we put it on our sign, we put it several places. We usually set up 3 meetings, but we pretty much iron it out in 1 or 2 meetings. We almost always cancel the last one. So,
Let me interrupt. So maybe what we do is, we put a page on the website, right? It just says meetings ongoing, so that way you guys can see all the meetings for the entire year. That way,
But they're not accurate.
well, we'll have to, okay, we'll have to take a look at that and make sure they're accurate. But in any case, we'll make sure that centralized, you guys can see them. And actually, that's a really good point. I don't see why we wouldn't make that.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Well, it's under my understanding that does say Wednesday, October, I'm sorry, excuse me, I forget the dates right now, October 8th, I believe.
Yes,
So,
they put it canceled.
then October 15th happened, and then October
22nd.
22nd.
So where are the minutes for that?
October 22nd does not show as canceled.
Okay,
Yeah, it says it on.
okay, I apologize, I must have just put it on the front of the
And
website then.
this is what we're fussing about.
Yeah,
The
Yeah.
inconsistency, the non-transparency, this is what we're fussing
yeah.
about. And then things get passed and we don't know it because we're not seeing it.
Well, we didn't approve the budget yet, so let me just put that out there. So these are budget workshops, so we go over everything, and like I said, we usually do try to finish it in one night, it's just one pretty long night. So I do apologize, I do know I put it on the front of the website, but I changed that pretty often just with the newest topic of what's going on. And I must have missed where I have the approved dates listed on the meeting page. So I do apologize for that, and I see that error. But the budget wasn't approved, it will be advertised, tonight we'll approve the advertisement, and then, December's meeting, the budget will be approved. And we put it in the newspaper that you can, ask to see the budget.
Into it anymore and they charge online.
But you have the right to see the budget at any time, basically, yeah, you can ask for that.
is that everything, Marion?
No, just one more comment. We used to work in 4-color printing. First of all, the newsletter that we get once a year, it could be smaller. You could really cut some costs there. 4 colors, I don't know. Do you need it? Like, it could have been cut in half. It could be just
I
a little bit more concise.
I would like to see, I lived in York Township before I came here, and we got one quarterly, and it was nice, because I knew what was going on.
Was it black and white?
No, it was kinda like what they sent out, but it was quarterly, but it was like what you guys sent out, but it was quarterly and it was nice.
I'm just saying, you
I never
could
had to
probably cut
question
costs
anything.
there, because I do remember at the planning committee that it was stated that you can't send out mailers for this, you can't send out the mailers for that, and I get that, but I also know what you're spending for a 4-color mailer to all the township members is a cost, like for me, I'm not shopping steak aisle when all I can handle is hamburger, that's all I can put in my cart. That's all that I'm saying, we're a poor township, I wanna use our funds a little bit more effectively. So that's just one of my.
Okay, the only reason we do it in color is to make it interesting. If we just sent out something black and white, I'm not
We'll
sure.
read it,
You'll read it?
we'll read it.
Okay, all right, thank you.
My daughter has her.
Darla Renner, 625 Bowers Bridge Road. Just a quick question. I noticed on the board the other day at the last meeting, that there was something mentioned about Town Solar. What is that? Is that still on the Rexroth farm? Is that still like a to-go or what?
Everything's, up in the air. There's no proposals. We haven't, Derek, do you have anything?
There was the township received a land development plan submission for the solar farm on the Rexroth parcel. That land development submission was withdrawn shortly after it was submitted because Mr. Rexroth did not authorize its submission. So the solar company who Mr. Rexroth was, working with in the past took it upon themselves to submit a plan on his behalf. So the township basically rejected that plan because it wasn't authorized by the owner, and that's where we're at right now.
Is there something called Town Solar?
Town Solar was the name of the last land development plan that I believe was conditionally approved for that site, but never actually proceeded through the recording. So that was the name of the actual